unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are bringing to you the full story of what happened on that fateful day. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
Charge now, Lieutenant. Yeah, yes I am. Dalton, yes, sir? Back up the car and get on the radio. Tell the coroner he's got to make another trip out here.
We once laughed at the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space.
In the blaze of Okay, the worst thing that can happen right before a stream starts is you start low-key dissociating a little bit and like, wait, what am I doing? Why am I here? What's going on? What's with this controller? Oh, right, there's a live audience in front of me. At least I assume most of you are alive. Fang, maybe, maybe not. But the majority is probably alive. Also, welcome in Fang and welcome in Camo. Hope you're having a good time tonight, because we are probably going to finish Sonic's story, because I'm pretty sure that it's 7% for the last, or whatever, for the last level, and then we can go on to one of the other hogs that have actual relevance to what's going on. That hang on, I have to swap models to make sure the mouth tracking fixes. I didn't even speak that loud. Like, I have this turned down. Maybe I need to turn it down a little bit more to avoid that, because when there's some issue with my I'm pretty sure it's the box, because the cords from the PC to my box are fine. The cord from the box to my mic is new as well. It's the box I bought secondhand. Also, I hope everyone can hear me now, because that... Oh, wait, it's going double, because of course it is. Just in case, I'm also going to restart the... Okay, good. Because I always have no idea what breaks and what doesn't. I'm actually going to take a minute so I don't forget later and wonder what's going on to restart the Spotify link, because that's usually one that I always forget about, and there's one ad break where everyone's in silence. Oh, right. I do have to restart the Elgato because the audio's horribly out of sync. I don't even know what had that. The Elgato isn't even hooked up to the mic box, and oh my god. Living or dead doesn't matter, I just need immortality. You keep on saying that, and I keep on wondering if that's not going to be a huge backfire. Because, like, it's fine to want immortality, it's just that the more you crave it and chase after it and put a big deal of importance on it, the more you're setting up the universe to just say, oh yeah, we're going to humble this dude through hubris. Oh yeah, the bells that... I'm not even sure if this works. Like, there's a way I remember what was happening last stream. I kept on trying to do this, taking a shortcut or to find the next bell tower, and then falling in the water because of course I did. I know what I'm in for. Wait. Huh. Hey. How did I not see this dude before? And how is he wearing a... No, I don't want to do a side quest. Does that mean that the like merch and cover of the original Sonic games are canon? Happens if a random human just trips on it, right? I know we discussed this in an earlier stream where it's like either this is the same sort of vibe as the Mushroom King. Everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom is just built different, so all of the random traps and death nonsense is so casual that they just put it in Mario Party because everyone can face tank a train just without it being a big deal. Oh wait, there it is. Or if it's something like they exist, but maybe Eggman puts them around. Like, they exist, but nobody really knows why. It's just tradition. I think that's everything now? Yeah, everything's canon. I'm sure someone in the universe will make merch Sonic. True. That's a good point. He does have enough popularity that I could see him merchandising everything. They go. Also, I like Fang. I like your answer of they just go boing, which is pretty much the same vibe. Or they're like service equipment, like how Team Fortress 2 they invented the second floor before they invented stairs. So until Abraham Lincoln invented stairs, everyone just rocket jumped. Oh yeah, I forgot that. The president just has not of his wife, not of his kids, just of Sonic and Shadow. This is such a weird series, just in the context of everything.
The battleship will take off any minute. Tails, Knuckles.
But it's also weird in like the similar vibe to how weird Mario is. Oh, that's how I get through them. In where a bunch of stuff just kind of happens, and it's anyone's guess what actually matters or why it happens. Just know it does. Ooh, pretty underwater base. Yeah, no spoilers for Sonic 4. A movie isn't even out yet. Alright, get bounced on.
Used to be a Soliana laboratory. It looks like it was really advanced.
Right. I keep on forgetting that in like a forced boost section, I don't actually need to hold forward, and I actually do get tighter cornering if. Oh shoot! I can't believe that actually worked. I was just mashing the button. Amazing. Sonic Lore is like the coolest shit you've ever seen, immediately followed by the dumbest shit ever. Right? And sometimes it is just actually kind of cool. And even the kind of dumb shit. And sometimes it's just, who thought this was a good idea? Eh? Oh, you. Oh, hey, a medal. Also, I should probably watch the like Sonic movies. Ah, give me that. Cause oh come on, really? They just have that so perfectly positioned so you can just kind of scooch on by.
I'll be able to.
Be careful not to fall.
Whoa!
All right, jump, not bounce. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I'll be able
Be careful not to fall.
Oh, I don't even. Oh, that makes sense.
Whoa!
Shadow the Hedgehog canonically eats raw coffee beans.
If I get on this ball,
That somehow makes sense.
Careful not to fall.
Like, just out of everything about Shadow, I can see him saying, nope, takes too much time to make a cup. I'm just in it for the caffeine. Give me them, I'll eat it like trail mix. Like, that just seems in character. Maybe it has more to do with him being voiced by Keanu Reeves. Maybe not, but that, I'm not even surprised. Alright, just gonna full send it. Balloons dies when they're killed. That is a fact that people keep on forgetting. Alright, I'm unfortunately defaulting to like the mindset I get when I'm trying to do the new and where there's a new like once a stage gimmick in the Mario game where time doesn't really matter unless you're playing one of the really old ones that if you take more than like 5 minutes it boots you out of the stage, that just go slow. Nope, nope, nope. Get to the box.
Sonic, there must be a switch to the door.
Thank you.
Leave it up to me.
Sonic, it'd be nice if you helped. I know you have the more well thought out combat abilities. Actually, never mind. That that was made a lot easier by just using tails. Just spam. Yeah, I've heard that. The thing is, I don't actually really like coffee, like, in general. Because it's an acquired taste, right? And on account of caffeine, like, just... I'm one of those people that have ADHD, and the vibe of ADHD where it doesn't matter how much caffeine there... Wait. I can't just go over. Well, I probably could have if I went from one of the midpoint platforms, but at this point, I'm just gonna see if killing all these dudes does anything. Yes! So it's a combination of caffeine just being, like, coffee never actually working to wake me up, and also not liking the flavor that I'm like, I don't really need this. Ah, come on. Come on, get some lift there, Tails. Oh, all right, I get what you gotta do there. I understand. Smooth, right? Yeah, right? Like, I will drink it, but at that point, it's by volume. I'm not even sure you can really call it coffee because of all of the sugar, milk, and other nonsense that's in there. Like, at that point, it's not even a latte. At this point, coffee is just, yeah, like hot chocolate. And that's actually what I usually go for, because it just tastes better. Like, in every metric of the drink. Ow, that was right to the face. Oh, come on, game, why you be like this? By every metric and then some, it just makes more sense to drink hot cocoa, especially because it's kind of stupid easy to make it really good. Like, right, I forgot about this because they make it super hard to aim. So the great, yeah, best of both worlds. Because it has less coffee in it. Eh? Well, I got a radical, and I don't know how, but they're all gone now.
Tails, you are a big help.
Like, the best things with coffee have, by volume, less coffee in it.
Door opens, it activates the robots. Tails, be careful.
Don't even... I didn't even see what door was closed. They all look the same. Just kind of... Yeah, he just chucks it wherever he wants. Just full on hauls back and sends it. Love that for the kid. Looks like he's having a wonderful time. Holy shit, that actually worked. I momentarily forgot that specific move I have never gotten to connect, because it usually goes like that. And it's better to do this sort of thing that looks like a homing attack than anything else. Nope. Which door was it? Generous you to call. Hey, in all fairness, I'm coming from Earth Defense Force and other games where that is much more aimable than anything else in that game.
No sweat.
Ah. Okay, this one's actually kind of cool. Thing is, they got all these mechanics down in Sonic Adventure 1, 2. When they came out, it's like they threw it. Oh yeah, I think that it's can create solid gold rings and mass. Instead, decides to throw them at people's skulls. The weight, okay, from out of every material, gold is pretty heavy. Like, it probably really hurts to get hit by a ring. With solid gold the size of your head, that could probably knock someone out. So, like, mad respect that he's able to lift it. Oh, I thought this was a knock speed segment. I'm like, oh no. Oh, about. But yeah, I think part of it is that between this game and the adventure games, they had to make it on a completely new engine. Like, part of the reason that the PS3 version, the game that I'm playing, because of course I'm doing that, is so rough is that they didn't have a lot of experience with the dev kit. So they were doing the best they could. It's just... That was close. That was also close. Ah! Oh, dang. Well, fortunately, they didn't actually make those doors secure. So I'm pretty sure half the issue was that they just did not have... They definitely didn't have the time. Like, if they did, this game would actually use the PS3's GPU, which I still... The team had so much go. New console, no team, no time. Director leaves, and they had to split... And they had to split their resources between this and Secret Rings. Because in probably the most perfect instance of history repeats, they wanted to release this game on the Wii too, but they didn't have the specs when they started making it. So by the time they got the Wii specs, they realized, hey, wait a minute, this console is not powerful enough to actually do what we want. So I guess we're just going to have to make another game, which was a horrible decision, but, you know, props to Nintendo for managing to screw Sega yet again. The amount of pettiness, I can only imagine, is somewhat intentional and something that had Nintendo execs who remembered the console war just kind of oh, that's nope. Example of yeah, they just did not give them the time they needed. Tried to replicate the mechanics, so they fucked up because Yuji Naka left, so they were completely left in the dark. Couldn't create physics or anything. They just cobbled up something vaguely reminiscent. Yeah. They did their best with what they had. It's just that they didn't really have their best. Right, give me my frames back. It was like, now who Nintendo? Yeah, Sega does what Nintendo don't. Nintendo, we still exist. Wait, there's something. There we go. That's just like a radiation tower or something. Love that. Given how petty Nintendo can be when it comes to pretty much anything and everything, I wouldn't be surprised. Because Nintendo's main gimmick is just they make their own games, so anyone who anyone who buys a Nintendo console, they're guaranteed to make more money, so when they come by to also buy their games. So like, yeah, we don't really need the latest and greatest stuff. We just need something that is good enough, and we can let our dev teams make. Really, it's their biggest strength, because most dev cycles are so horrendously long that by Nintendo making simpler games, they kind of have a massive advantage, because they don't need several years unless they're really trying to do something like Tears of the Kingdom, where like, yeah, we're just going to do things that make game dev Twitter lose their ever-loving minds, because how do you do that many I should have stayed back and killed these guys, because of course it's a boss enemy room. Like, how do you do this many collisions and soft body physics in a game that had PS3 level hardware? Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Nintendo is one that's like, I love you because of how you treat your devs and the creativity of your games. Your executive suite, however, are probably worse than Microsoft. And that's saying something, because anyone who's like not in, who doesn't, I feel like it's only really remembered now by people who have a tech degree, because this got brought up in like the history of computing courses I had to take back in college. Microsoft is so awful. The only reason Linux exists is largely because people were sick of having to deal with Microsoft. And Microsoft only really got big because people were sick of having to deal with IBM, and they got themselves hated out of existence. Like, Microsoft has always been known as the evilest entity in the room. Who doesn't love climbing radiation towers? Like, you have the fun afternoon of a nice little like rock climbing course and a tasty snack. Okay, I'm now remembering that most people probably can't eat radiation. Yeah, that's exactly it. Nintendo is a terrible company that makes amazing games, but like, what do you expect from the company who used to operate love hotels? Not even making that up. That is something they used to do. An ambitious game being rushed and then being buggy at launch? Game that was ahead of time in the worst way possible? Yeah, it's not like that. Yeah, it's not like a dread omen of many things that has happened. But how did I get a B rank from that? Yeah, like definitely not an omen of many things that would happen ever since. Kind of being a hearkening of things to come on the PS3 and Xbox of the equivalent eras. Whole development cycle and gaming as a whole going forward? Definitely not. Also, I have no idea why it says the last save data was 1:07 a.m. I kind of have this thing where all clocks around me end up being horribly desynced. Like the clock in my car. The new car that I got, it's like 4 hours behind. No idea how. It wasn't when I got it, but immediately after. This game was an omen to the Sonic omens, if you will. I love how the egg carrier kind of has a chicken-like head on the conning tower. Okay, I would have asked Sonic what his plan was here, but I don't really believe that he's the kind of person to
Why is this happening? No!
Wait.
Playtime's over.
Sonic,
God damn it. I just realized what happened.
This ship is about to crash. Too
The
bad,
egg carrier
man.
didn't malfunction. Sonic definitely wrecked it while he was going through it, because of course he did. Eggman can't make something that isn't a death course. So Elise was never dead.
You keep getting in my way, you pesky little hedgehog. Very well.
Because when...
I'll take you out myself.
Because, like, during... Yeah, it definitely exploded. Sonic freaked out, went back in time to fix it. But there was already the future version of Sonic aboard the egg carrier, wrecking it and causing it to explode.
Right back at you. I'll finish this here.
Alright, this is I already am enjoying this. Yeah, story's so convoluted. I hate to say that this is that with a little bit of thought and like some, if they had a bit more forethought, I could definitely follow it, because I've read webcomics that are about that are similar levels. Like there was one that was a Mega Man fan comic that got to a point where in character everyone got so confused that they're like, okay, we need everyone to wear a sign to say if they're present day, from the future, or from an alternative future, because I can't fucking keep track of it anymore. Going back in time, stop her from dying to only be the reason she died, right? That's the absolute worst thing when it happens. Like, sure, it makes sense conceptually, but yeah.
Here I come, Sonic.
There we go. Come on, we're crashing you into the wall, bud. Nope, not that wall. Aha! Teach you to drop your ballast in clearly labeled no dumping zone. When it accidentally caused a time paradox.
He's going to take out the entire foothold.
Eh? I wish I knew what you mean. Ah. Honestly, I'm oh yeah, for sure. There's two things I like about this. The first is that the setting and concept of this being, I'm not sure where on the egg carrier? We're kind of floating in a void, which, you know what? I've played too many, ow. That was on me. I've played too many Mario games to be able to complain about a boss fight just taking place in a void with no real connection to the rest. And the fact that this is a easily spottable continuation of the Egg Cerberus boss fight with a much higher... Oh, it's also reminiscent of one from Adventure 1? That is really cool. But even so, because I haven't played Adventure 1 yet. That's the one that I'm saving until after I get through the painful ones to see... Because let's be honest, it's going to be easier for me to get the full picture of the series by starting with the bad ones and then moving on. Where did that... I don't even know where that came from.
Sonic, that horn on his head.
But just
Doesn't it look like an antenna
just
on
in
attack us in the desert?
yeah, like that exactly, that the Egg Cerberus is an antipiece for this boss that then takes the same mechanics and much higher stakes to make something new. Wrong, the game's true final boss is functional and almost glitchless. Hey, they clutched it in the end. The game's kind of reminiscence of SA1, an alternative reality where it's kind of shitty. Ow. But the other thing that I really like is that you have essentially... It makes more sense to only take one at a time, but the fact that the rings blow off the stage, it also makes it so much higher stakes in a way that I kind of like. Also be cool if not for the dot. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, that it's kind of hard to get to lock on to the horn specifically. But I see what they were trying to do in a way that, compared to the rest of the entire game is, I see what they were trying, but they didn't quite. I can see it here a lot easier. Like this one had some ideas. They were going places. This game was finished and not rushed it. Yeah, for sure. Like they were trying to make this a massive resurgence in Sonic for next generation of consoles, and it's kind of sad that they weren't able to do it, because it's such, when it hits or when you can see what they are trying to do, it works really well. Aha! Right. I'm sure that, like in the desert one, that there's a way to deal more damage to him in a single hit. Probably either something with the with running him directly into the egg carrier, or some. Oh right, I forgot that these things shoot. Or maybe if you do a certain thing, there'll be some cannons will go off, or some way to get some extra damage. But there we go. I think I've got it figured out. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe I think the faster boss fight is probably starting here, where there's some trick that you can trivialize this. But the first part is definitely, they wanted you to take 2 runs to get to it, just so you get used to the fact that if you fail a run, aha, I see that now. Just to get used to the idea that you're going to make the boss fight's going to be on a shrinking elite. Just that it's going to be shrinking. It's like when your kid keys your cars, draw a happy picture. Appreciate the attentions, but could you have not? I think they definitely had good ideas. It's just that everything behind the dev cycle makes the final product way too untested. It's like the one dude from Argentina who's completely remaking this game is proof that there is a really good game underneath. Yeah, because they had the intention. Like, this is still the product of an experienced design team that was trying their hardest to make something next generation for fans. It's just that I didn't see the tracers on there. It's just that they were screwed by things that it doesn't matter who you were, the reception would have been the same. Like, there wasn't really a way to salvage this, because not even game developer, no software developer could ever make a product that's good under this level of crunch. It's just inherently unuseful. Oh, hey, Russell. How are you doing? I think you're gonna having a good night. Yeah, it's a really good cake recipe, but they undercooked it. It's exactly. Okay, I'm really glad he didn't fire the tracing layers. Oh, I see what the last one's gonna be, and that's cool. Doing okay? It's good to hear. If nothing else, that's kind of all you can ask, that you're just doing decent. chair keeps falling down.
I can't believe this.
I hope there's a parachute attached to that. Because that's probably the one of the more inelegant ways that Eggman has left a boss fight. Just slowly tumbling head over heels, strapped to a chair. The greatest cutscene. Wait, he canonically dies
That was
there?
incredible.
How did I get an S rank? Like okay, I can buy his ship blowing up initially because Sonic messing with it. I cannot buy that Dr. Even always has more escape pods built into his mechs than Dr. Wily. Robotnik didn't put at least a parachute or like a jetpack or something on there. It's like I was clearly in an ejector seat. Oh hey, FMV cutscene.
Sonic!
I'd say hot take they should.
If you have time to worry, then run, right?
I'd say that a hot take would be that they should keep doing more of these for games, but I think it's honestly gotten to a point where game studios won't do the oddly high quality animation cutscenes like this. Which, by the way, shout out to Elise for not throwing the that worked. For not throwing up for all of that. They tried, but it's okay. The writers tried. They had the best route for what probably was only the first draft, and then they had to ship it. I understand why so many people compare this game to Forces, because 06 and Forces are complete opposites. 6 is ambitious and messy. Forces is functional to a fault, where it fails at nothing but also succeed. Yeah, you can either.
Nice smile.
Honestly, I kind of would rather have a game like this minus the immediate fallout that happened after it was launched, because I think it's better to have ambitious but rubbish than very high polish but nothing. Oh, that's just where God, it is so weird that there really feels like there's no overall progression with Sonic. Like, he just has a kind of chill day. I think at least the story could have worked if they ditched the for sure. They shouldn't have had that. Or being Forces in 3 hours sitting. Best part was the avatar. Worst part was the classic stages. Oof. But no, like, I'd rather have something that was good and tried well, obviously that's good and tried something. But I'd rather have something that tried things and failed, and the team was able to iterate in the next try, over something that's just, they keep on doing the same thing but slightly more polished. Because I'm gonna be honest, the biggest complaint I had with something like Skyrim or Fallout is each game gets progressively more streamlined than the last, but it doesn't really do anything different. Now, sure, Skyrim's the exception. The exception is if you go old enough, but like from Oblivion to Skyrim and from 3 to 4 and even New Vegas, it's just kind of the same. It's good if you like the exact same thing, if you liked the last one and wanted more of it, but I'd rather them do something wild. Like, I love Sonic stories where Sonic just helps random people work through their problems, because since Sonic is a static character with no character arcs, the best Yeah, that's true. The best way to explore a static character is to have Sonic change other people. It's very much classic shonen. For some peak animation, hell yeah. I honestly love when they go.
Botanical _chaos is first in the stream.
Oh, perfect. You're here for the start of Shadow stuff, so it's going to be weird. In like, wait, this is a Sonic game? They missed the opportunity. They missed the perfect opportunity to do a Metal Gear Solid codec screen. That.
Understood. Initiating the mission now.
Wait. Shit. Solid Snake and Shadow are basically the same archetype. They are. No, the child has already been shot. That happened over 50 years ago. Also, I will be playing Adventure 2 at some point. But no, because Solid Snake is a highly trained and experienced, old government agent sent on missions of moral dubiousness in strangely advanced bases. Shadow is also an old government agent being sent on morally dubious missions in strangely advanced bases. So, Red, you gotta try King Infinity and Balatro. I saw a TikTok where someone did that, and I'm like, I want to. I had a good run where, for whatever reason... Actually, no, wait, I still have that run going. Because I have a run going right... Ooh. Got a thing. I got a run going right now that, for whatever reason, I have, like, 9 Jokers because I got 4 of them that goes into... Ooh. That have gone into, like, negative Jokers, so... They're already shot. It happened 50 years ago. It's time to let go. Yep. This also reminds me, speaking of Professor Fang, that I really need to... I should probably look up if there's some controls that don't make sense for Shadow, because I remember that was a problem in having to look up videos in the Shadow Generations for how to squid. Ah! Streamer I watch uses a specific... Ooh. Very specific seed for that. I'm tempted. Yes, the squid. Ah, thanks for the brick. Ooh, that one had ace on it. Nice. Grandpa brick. Like, it works, but the game does not teach you how it works, right? You gotta learn the squid yourself. It does not teach you how to squid. I know I've seen an edit of, like... Oh! This does teach me how to be an overly edgy hedgehog. I can just get close and beat him the fuck up. Nice. Oh, come on. Shadow the Hedgehog, what happened? Squid Game. But no, I've seen an edit where it's like the Inklings and like the Splatoons, your kid, your squid, your kid, your squid, overlaid with Shadow having a mental breakdown. God, I feel like Shadow, the moment you mentioned that the winner is the last one standing, would just fucking deck the person standing next to him and start an all-out brawl. And then when the guards tried to, oh, hey! Rouge.
By holding the X button after jumping.
Huh, she plays like Knuckles.
You don't want to
Nice.
get caught in the
searchlight. You're going to have to use it.
It's like a weird Knuckles Tails hybrid. Nice. Highly right? They've said that the one thing I've heard said about Tim Carrey movies is that for every one star movie he's been the reason that movie got 1 star instead of none. Let's watch the first Color and or wait, I'm thinking of someone else. I didn't read the first one. But yeah, the Color and Magic movie was surprisingly good. Like, it was silly, but there's also that one scene where, or that might be in the second one, where a bunch of wizards just pop out of like a thing of hemp. Sounds like some Nick Cage move. Oh yeah, for sure. Black Doom shirt turns Shadow into Squid because he's a fan of Splatoon. You know, I feel like most things could be explained with he did it explicitly to mess with Shadow, and be like, yeah, that seems perfectly in character. Oh god, that I can tell from like the little bits outside that the way they cheated the first person view, they didn't do it properly. They just squish your camera from where it is up into your I'm sorry, what did I just do? Alright, that's cool. Like, they just squish it up into the character's model to cheat it. Which I can understand why, but at the same time... Doom morphs super cool when you actually... Yeah, when you actually learn how to squid, they just could teach you how to squid a bit properly. Like, even that brief tutorial of, hey, this is how you use all of Shadow, or this is how you do like a basic combo with Shadow, helps a lot. But from what I saw, it was just, congrats, you can turn into a squid. Do with this what you will. So it might be my thing.
Shadow, why you?
It's a request from the president.
Oh yeah, also, I have a question for anyone who knows Sonic lore. Which president was in office when, like, when these games came out? Was it Bush or was it Clinton? Because I forget combination of when these games came out, like when Adventure was out. Like, obviously this was in 06, and at that point I just don't remember. Oh god, this is worse than the car in Helldivers, and that one I've flipped over so many times. Think Bush? Clinton? Alright, so it was Clinton for the first 2 adventures, and then it was Bush. Good to know. Also Canadian, so take my US history with a grain of salt. Fair enough. Oh good, I can just run them over. We saw a conceptual phrase asked was the first personality were based off of a certain US president. That's bad news. Oh good, they knew. Hang on, I wrecked my car and I have no idea. Oh right, there's the car. His design was... That actually makes a lot of sense. Like, the giant mustache, the overall rotund shape. Man, I wish I could aim these. Large round... Yeah, round body, circular glasses. There's something so funny about shadow driving. Aha! I see what needs to be done.
The searchlight pillars are
Actually, Michael Jackson and Santa Claus. Wasn't there like a brief time where he had where there was like a crossover? Oops. Dang it. Like a crossover with a brand of shoes or something. I vaguely remember hearing something about that.
It looks like that armed buggy still runs. There's a triangle button to get out of it.
I think Shadow Guy's driver's license like one filler episode. Speaking of Dragon Ball, the funniest thing is that I know like almost nothing about the various arcs because I never watched it. I did not have the energy or desire to watch it, partially because it was popular and I'm just like that. But also partially, so most of what I know about it is that it's like when they're not doing insanely long and kind of rambling story arcs, is that they're just doing slice of life shenanigans. My favorite clip from Dragon Ball will always be, I forgot my tractor. Because there's context to that. I'll never know the full context, but I just know that there was a time where Goku had to fake being punched so hard they went flying to get out of something. And he also forgot that he was there with the tractor. Like, I think they had a update. And that's another car flipped. Well, I know where there was another one. Like, they should just do that. I want to see a recut of Dragon Ball where they do not do any of the fight scenes. It's just 100% the slice of life episodes, and sometimes they come back and talk about like a well-known fight scene from the original series and imply that that's all happening, but all the episodes are dedicated to just the characters doing stupid shit when they're not saving the world. Alright, we're just gonna... Holy shit, the missile actually hit. But if you get me invested in characters, nothing will bring me... Yeah, just... If you have... That's entirely why, like, character-driven works work. Because you get people invested in the characters, and then they're like, I don't care if I'm watching them do taxes. I am interested in them inherently. Right, I can aim this. I've beaten Earth Defense Force with an Air Raider. This is nothing. Good luck. Good luck, Fang. In the comical in-universe reason that Sonic likes to drive cars is because it's cool. Oh, sweet. I didn't even have to do anything. I didn't have to figure out how to get there. I just had to get up high and aim the stupid thing. Oh, ad break started.
Need to stay focused.
And it says it's going, so... Ow! Huh, that's strange. I have the pop-up on my side that says ads are going, so just in case, because I have no idea how this all works, I'm just gonna wait till the timer's off. Like, I figure the least I can do is go on that, go on the data that I've got going for me.
Faraway dreamers, mistress of other worlds, other light, stars, planets.
Oh, I'd be so mad at Twitch. Because the least they could do is sync it up. I think the average person should be, or most people should. I should have let the loading screens and saving and all that go through. Well, good news is if anyone's ads were oddly delayed for no good reason. Oh, never mind that. It actually wasn't that bad.
Don't you want to know what this is?
The context I have implies that
rescue
Rouge was carrying this
more.
before they showed up.
With you, it's always business.
Definitely got inside, but
It seems they don't want us to leave.
Let's get this over with.
it's like I don't even think any of those robots will go down more than one hit. Oh, that one will. How many times? Maybe it's called Egg Cerberus because that's how many times we have to beat it up. It wouldn't surprise me.
The doctor's guard dog. Still, I need to get through here.
Wait. Where did it go? How do you lose a giant stompy mech?
Shot him. Make him crash into something.
Ah, I can't batten down the door. Oh, I wonder if the explosive boxes around will do anything more for him. Could probably try getting him to like crash directly into it. I don't know. Nope. All that does is reduce my frame rate. In
Now it's my turn.
oh. Okay, so I don't think I can jump. I can grab onto the horn anymore. Nice. What? Had to add time. The eternal frustration of which one is it? Twitch? Is it when your thing says I have ads, or is it different per person? We're fighting this thing again and questioning why it has rail. I was hoping. I was really hoping. On one hand, it seems easier to get up to it as Shadow, which I think is supposed to be the trick to beat this fight quicker or speedrun it. But on the other hand, I really wish that it was just beat this thing up and then or get the armor off by crashing it like with the Sonic fight once. And then you just go to town on it. Like, I feel like that's simultaneously more in character with Shadow to just be like, all right, I can punch it. I'm not going to overcomplicate things. I'm just gonna do it. Oh, I grabbed it. It's a little sad that it's just, largely speaking, the same boss fight over. Oh. Hey. What are you doing on Blue Sky? That's a good question. I don't even know what's going on Blue Sky for me. I'm just kind of there. Did I like something? I mean, I had an ad break. I also got everything set up early, so I was scrolling Blue Sky while I was waiting for the timer to count down. It's not reducing frame rates to simulate bullet times. Not a bug, a feature, right? Yeah, thanks for putting rails that lead right to your machine's weak spot, Eggman. I'm not even sure if that was intentional. Like, it could just be that the hedgehog's shoes they just kind of can grind on anything relatively rail-like. So if you have a ridge, they can grind it. Wait, it was 5 minutes ago? Man, what did I like? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was scrolling that during ads. Look, I have a short attention span, and I'm also almost done with my second Red Bull of the night. I will do what I please. Also, completely minor complaint, but I've been drinking Monsters more than Red Bulls because they're just cheaper, and they've been on sale for the past 5 times I did that. Oh, this is what that room was. Or, well, they're gonna explain it because I found this earlier and was so confused.
It has a constitutional
Yeah.
monarchy, you know. The
Like, they're
primary
bigger than Red
reasons
Bulls,
are
they're a bit more
and
flavorful,
crafting
and the
precision
big thing is can design. Like, it's kind of a
current
pain
sovereign
to get the
is
last little
Princess
bit out of
Elise
here.
the Third.
Say too, they explain the rail grinding with Sonic having new shoes made for grinding.
How should I
They
know?
never wore them again and
I
was
just
still
followed
able
my
to
orders and
grind.
retrieved the item.
And hey,
Anyway,
it's like
I have a little
little
favor
training
to ask.
things. Like, you get something that's made
Would you
for
escort
it.
me to the GUN rendezvous point?
You mess around with what they can do, and then you're like, wait, this is pretty cool, but I don't think I
It's
need
the ancient
special
castle of Soliana in King
specialized equipment for this. I think I'm skilled enough that I can go with what I got. His feet eventually morphed into the shape of soap shoes. Right, that's what it was. Soap shoes used to be a brand of shoe. And then the shoe company went under, and they're like, well, we're just gonna kind of keep the shoe design because it's great. Y'all ever wear rock climbing shoes? They're like croissants. I think you're eating croissants wrong. But yeah, I do know what you mean, and that's by design. I used to do rock climbing a while ago, but I haven't found a good place around, like, nearby that I can go alone. The other thing is that I don't really have anyone who's interested and is freely available without a lot of scheduling. There's a shop somewhere here. They'll eventually fall apart under the whole problem of everything you schedule has a minimum point until it's just near impossible before life steps in. You just can't. No, definitely from the front. There we go. Hell yeah. Enjoy that. Yeah, you need someone to spot. Unless you have Oh yeah, grab that. Chaos Boost level 1. Nice! Like, you either need someone to, I forget what the technical term is, to repel you down, or someone to basically spot you. And if you don't have that, then there's not really much you can do. But I do remember the shoes. Great for climbing. After a while, they'd make sure that that also hurt. Yeah, belay, that's the word. Yeah, because there's one time when I was at a YMCA for some reason before I learned how to properly rock climb, and was doing it so horribly wrong. Bad form, didn't really know what I was doing. Definitely trying a route that was way too difficult for me. But that one did have an auto belayer, and that was really cool. Also, really anxiety inducing, because for that you just have to say all right, I am going to fall off this wall and jump from high enough that my brain says, hey, this is gonna be a problem. And hope for the best. Which is kind of a thing for regular rock climbing, but at least if you fall and land flat on your back, it's more someone else's issue. They screwed up, you're fine. I should probably talk to some NPCs and see where I'm actually supposed to go, but research and building. Alright, that told me nothing. Oh yeah, another one of these. Oh right, of course, there's not a map, because why would there be something as nice as a map? Yeah, I used to do rock climbing, and it's honestly pretty fun. It does help with the arm strength, and that it is a good exercise for working out your arms, but God, I feel like his forward dash is so much stronger than Sonic's. Just get, yeah, I totally understand that. Climbing up a wall and knowing that you might just slip and fall and have the potential to eat shit, it's one of the hardest things to get over with rock climbing, but it's one of those things that and zip lining. Zip lining is one of those things where, okay, there it is. Where you just have to take one. It's just one of those things. Oh, okay, that's how. Where you just have to trust enough in the materials. Scared of heights, don't trust. That is fair. The scared of heights on top of it. But I found once I've done it once, at least for me, it's easier to do it the next time. Done rock climbing, never zip line. It's fun. That one is just one that you clip in. Get over the... A lot of things on both is that you have to get over your brain's inherent self... Why do I have this? I wanted to go through that. I mean, this is cool, and I'm glad we have it, but when did he get a license for a jet-powered branded hang glider? But yeah, both are 100% something that you have to fight your brain's inherent desire to say, this is a bad idea for self-preservation. I'm going to physically lock down your legs from yeeting yourself into the abyss. So it's scary. All they had were hang gliders. Oh, so this is what happened to all of our tax dollars in '06 and '08. All their reckless funding caused the recession. But once you get over that, it becomes easier to do it the next time, because there is that. Like, I think everyone I've seen who's done both needed a minute to
You will need to collect 3 keys
get over the whole. This is kind of existentially terrifying. So, like, 100% fair. Ooh. Let's see, are they going to be out in the open, or... Well, we kind of have free range because, man, it's been funny to give the ultimate immortal life form capable of flight a hang glider. She has depth charges? Dang. And I'm stuck on the wall. Close to just... Yeah, that's exact. My brain tends to ignore those impulses, but I never do something like skydiving. Right? If at first you try and don't succeed, skydiving is not for you. That is just a hard and fast rule. What's also fair, that there's a lot of things that seem... There's a lot that seems interesting. I'm stuck on the wall. There we go. You have to kind of go to the side. Yeah, but... Like, there's plenty that seems interesting for extreme sports, and I can get behind the adrenaline rush. But there's also plenty that's like, I do not know why anyone would do this. This is too much for me.
If you cut this chain, it will take them right out.
Yeah, excellent timing. Good aim. They're like...
Looks like it's equipped with heavy weapons. I bet its legs are pretty fragile. Here you go.
Alright, there has to be a key other than the one I saw over in the room that I don't know how to get into. Oh, silver medal, that's something. Something. Ah! Oh, I was gonna grab onto that. Jerk. Wait. Ah! Ah, the camera. So I want to go.
It looks like you need to find 3 keys to
All
move
right.
on. Leave it to me.
First plan, up, because they might just kind of freaking be there. Oh yeah, I bet I could get in through the roof. Nope, the game knows what I was thinking. Yeah, well. New plan over there. Yeah, speaking of rock climbing, I have no idea how Rouge is able to stick onto there. Like, that has to be 100% arms and upper body, because they're... Ow. Because there ain't no way she's making that climb... A climb... Damn it, that should have been a key. With, like, just... high heel boots. Like, that is impressive to the point of no.
Here you go.
And dang it, I wanted to use that bridge. Trying to yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense. Trying to ride in pull-up training. God. I remember trying to level up the like grip meter before I thought two things. One, is this really going to be worth the effort of actually going through and doing all the pull-ups required to max this out? Like, is there going to be there's no way that there's going to be a point in the game where it's like, hey, I hope that you trained up your pull-ups, because if you don't, it's literally impossible to get through here. Like, there's probably a point in Metal Gear Solid 2 where having that would be useful, just to do some nonsense to avoid guards. But also, cardboard box. Yeah, that's where it's at. Because you don't need super good shoes when your main form of locomotion is flight. Yeah, maybe. I could very easily be it. Like, why bother when... I love how poorly aimed that is. Like, just flap really hard and throw onto the walls. Yeah, like, improve your grip strength. Or, like, your stamina bar. I think it's just,
It looks
like...
like it's equipped with heavy weapons. I bet its legs are pretty fragile.
I think it's just, like... Oh. No. So it has to be something over here. Back to the arena wall. But it's like also you had to do 999 pull-ups for it to unlock. Like, it would have been more useful if it was gradual, like that. But then it would have been a formal mechanic and much less weird for, like, a weird Easter egg than it ended up being. Which is probably why they didn't, because I think if you tried to tell Kojima to do something normal and or sensible, he would have a panic attack, because he just doesn't really know or want to do anything of the sorts. I remember I saw something that's like, imagine if these legends made a game, and it was like Kojima, Miyazaki, like Dark Souls, Metal Gear, forget what else, but it was just every single one that made me say, oh, if they all made a game together, it would be completely incomprehensible and no one would have any idea what the heck is going on. That could go down. Oh. Oh, so if I hit them on top, that blows up, but down below, it's just, no, nothing. Yeah, it'd either turn out amazing or awful, but either way, no one would have an idea what was going on. And then there'd be a cottage industry of lore channels saying like, oh no, there's all this deep and interesting stuff that wasn't in the game. I don't care how interesting you thought it was. But the rule I have is that if it was not clearly stated in main story games or the main story cutscene, or you had to go and look through a whole bunch of minor stuff, like lore entry, like not even just go up and look up codex entries, because my hot take is that all Dark Souls deep lore like lore storytelling is a codex system of, hey, here's a lore entry for the thing that you just found and unlocked. You can look at and read all about it, but worse, because it doesn't actually tell you what the thing is. It just subtly implies, and you have to find like 10 different things to kind of
Let's get going.
Dark Souls lore plus nanomachine. Exactly. Like,
Vehicle over there. Press the triangle.
God dang it, I thought that was an enemy I could bounce off of.
That's a hover vehicle over there. Press the triangle button to get on.
Were they going to tell me how to hover? I guess not.
Let's get going. That's a hover vehicle. Press the triangle button to get on.
Like, it's a... Okay, that's camera. That's machine gun. That... This is so... I was just trying to figure out how to make it not do that. Yeah, triangle to get on. Okay, how about how to operate it? Hey, codex type lore. Yeah, actually tell me the shit in the story. At least have codex entry be voice acted. I'm not reading all that. That is pretty much my complaint with Dark Souls style storytelling. That if you have to piece everything together from... There's some cool things like the environmental storytelling of where you find armor tells you vaguely where and how the notable person died. Like you can find Iron Tarkus's gear in Dark Souls 1 right behind, like right under some rafters you had to walk over. It's like, oh, yeah, his fat ass broke the rafters and he fell to his death. That's how he ended. That's what did him in. But also the fact that so many things so much of the lore comes from item descriptions, and you can just straight up miss 50% of the story and backstory if you either don't think to read the item that's definitely not geared for your class, or don't find it because it's hidden in some place. It's like, how was I supposed to find that without a guide? There's an audience for that, though. Some people... Oh, yeah, and I love that type of environmental storytelling. That sort of thing has my approval. It's the fact that a lot of the backstory is told through item descriptions that's the point when I say, hang on, this is just a codex, but more annoying. Because I perpetually have no idea what's happening in Destiny 1 or 2. Because when I started with Destiny 1, all of the lore was in codex entries that you had to look up out of game online, but still unlock through game. It was like, oh, you want to know what's going on? Hope you haven't. This is why you need to set up a Bungie account, or else you won't be able to tell. And to this day, I have no idea what the deal is with any of the factions beyond what they've explicitly told me in-game, because that's really all I should be expected to know. I'd care a bit more if they added in the codex entries in-game, but honestly, I don't really want to stop playing a game and read. I kind of just want to play the game, and that I feel like the story should be expressed more through the gameplay. Like that's kind of why I've said the whole, if I can't tell something from playing the game and have to stop and do reading, inference, whatever, then that lore, then it's not canon. Xiao can canonically surf on water with shoes. Doesn't need this bullshit. Sonic Frontiers has Eggman voice line you can unlock with tokens in the minigame, which is fine, but major story elements about character arc of the main characters are hidden in them. And yeah, I remember hearing that because someone I was watching play that. It might have been Zarataro. Maybe. But I remember they didn't realize that the egg memos were hidden behind Big's fishing minigame until the end, so it was like doing post-stream cleanup. Wait, what do you mean there's unlockable egg memos? Well, I guess we gotta fish. I think Bioshock 1... Yeah, they have... But exactly, Bioshock 1 with environmental storytelling with voice memos. I think part of the problem, though, is that Bioshock 1 is a bit of a... First to the table gets the most grace, because that's kind of been done to the point of cliche. Don't think, okay, then it wasn't Zarataro. Who was it? Was this someone who... It might have been someone who I met early on with streaming, and that they just kind of didn't. And then they just one day stopped going live and updating socials and disappeared. There's honestly been a lot of those people. It's a little bit depressing, but like also I 100% understand. When the group of streamers who started in the pandemic and then afterwards had to get back on with life, it's kind of a vibe. Like that was an era of content creation that was really wild. It's like when a big popular multiplayer game is free on Epic and you have to, or Epic on Steam, and you have to deal with the massive boom of new players that just like, you guys don't really know what's going on here. And that's okay, but also, please stop and think for a moment. Don't worry, in case you're wondering if I don't know where I'm going, that's because I have no idea where I'm going. Platinum and twice. Yeah, you are kind of insane like that. That's kind of love it. Oh, he just hasn't finished it, but he streamed it once. Right, but I do remember that it was like all the way in the post game. Maybe it was Ricky? The other thing is that this was like, because I was watching on release because I'm like, oh, I've heard that this game is like the best Sonic game that's come out in a long while, and that was watching this person play through a majority of it and get their opinions was what started softening me up to Sonic from being just stereotypical Nintendo Sonic Sega. It's just, it won't be good. I don't care about it too. Okay, maybe they have something here. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there is a thing. And I know exactly where to go. Complete 100% complete Sonic Frontiers Platinum and beat it multiple. Alright, any game that is generally considered good enough to play through multiple times, that is one that is 100% worth noting because it's so... That's a rare thing. Alright. So that backs up. Maybe I'm just bad. Yes, that was 100% my issue. I was just bad.
Once it's gone, it'll take time to reload.
I was just bad at hover vehicle. Oh god. Well, it has realistic to real life Wait, there's a checkpoint back there that I should probably get. Oh, come on! Sonic Frontier is my second favorite. Dang. So I just see, right? Like, I know, from what I've heard, is that the biggest complaint is it's a little bit of a Unity tech demo game. They kind of took the concept of, yeah, sure, let's just have these assets. What? I don't even comprehend what it means. Or like the biggest thing that I've heard is that it's and seen is that they kind of used a gratuitous. All right, you just got full send it. Just full send it off the dock. I can do that. And like, that's fair, but it also does feel like they're trying something. Don't hold down. God damn. Maybe I should investigate if there's a way that I can get to to that point without. What is? The worst part is that I'm dying to debris that I'm causing to show up in the levels, so I don't even have anyone to blame but myself for this. All right, full send it. We're just leaving. One more. Don't worry, I usually do much better. I remember hitting that building. Xiao Gen levels has best level design for boost state. Yeah, they did seem like really fun levels. Xiao Generation's element of open zone formula, so I can't wait to see what they do with the concept introduced in Frontier and Xiao's Gen in next. Yeah, I'm always excited when games seem to start. God. I got to there the last time. Tier was made as a budget of bag of chips and bottled water. Even better. Like, low budget games and ambitious ideas, and they work. That just means that they've done enough to prove to the company that they have something there. And they can bring it through and bring the concept through if they give them the time and budget that they were asking for. It's open zone Sonic game if they don't fuck up. Yes, that is 100% the vibe that I've been getting with a bunch of recent games. That they've in general, they've kind of been, at least with Nintendo and Sega. Most AAA games I'm still kind of on. Do better. Thank you so much for that clip thing. That is unfortunately the vibe. Because while I do tend to do better with one life left, I also tend to accidentally completely mess it up. Like just the universe loves to remind me that I am 99% of the time able to be proven wrong, so it does that. Okay, maybe we should save before going into it. And this is why I consider you a well-known and loved enemy of the channel. The review I watched really put well as said Frontiers was an unfinished masterpiece. For sure, that it really looked like they were trying to do their best with like poking at a new formula. It's kind of like how with Zelda there was Breath of the Wild that blew everyone away, Tears of the Kingdom that honestly, like I said it before, absolutely had every game dev freaking out. And for good reason, but I'll start with one test bed game that they used Skyward Sword to try a whole lot of things that... Oh, there's a shop right here. I could just go there. To try a lot of things that would then be refined and further expanded on. Like, they had cooking in the form of potion crafting, where you bring materials, monster parts, and bugs or critters to a pot to cook them. They had destroyable weapons, which, honestly, hot take, I really would have liked it if they did what they did for Skyward Sword, where you had the Master Sword, and that was unbreakable. Everything else, though, could be broken, and you'd have to repair it or upgrade it or whatever. Like that system better. And then, even with the Sailcloth being a prototype version of the paraglider and the open world exploration of the Sky Islands, they brought that back into a bit more force with just seeing, do people like this sort of thing? And I'm really hoping that that's what they're doing with Frontiers and Generations, of just, is this something people are interested in? And can we use it? Frontiers a lot of jank and some gameplay elements that don't really work, but the movement and general gameplay loop and most of the game's context are so good that it carries the entire experience to be more than someone's, yeah, immortality shall be mine. Should I mention that I'm technically not immortal, just long-lived to the point where it doesn't really matter? Because I do have a canonical answer for what happens when Eldritch Hordes die. It's just that most of the time the answer to that is they either run out of energy and completely fizzle out, or they eat so much that they can't contain their energy, explode, and break apart into more Eldritch Horrors and usually a new reality. Kind of like a llama. In Master Sword is just need to charge, which was... I didn't really like that. It would be nice to have one thing that you could depend on. Doesn't die, just becomes moldy bread. Or make a new loaf and possess that. God, I've been meaning to update my about section below, because I'm pretty sure I updated it once or twice, but largely it's been the same since I started streaming. Like, at that point, I was only a bread roll temporarily and was going to rebrand into something else and ditch the concept entirely, but then I discovered that I could just have multiple, and I should really do something to explain, the everything else. It's all valuable research. You are welcome. Use this information irresponsibly. An immoral chef on standby to make new loaf of bread every time you're about to die. Fortunately, the consciousness is not... Wait, do I have that in... Nope. Do I have in my list of sources the, concept art for the... Nope. For the Eldritch Horror? That's not even visible in general. Also, nope. I had less random stuff than I thought, but hide your lore and emotes. God. I kind of have been doing that. It's just that there's a channel on the Discord for random lore thoughts that I just kind of post in while half awake and think of something that makes sense or doesn't. But the problem is, outside of a lore video, that, full honesty, I would much rather use that money for... I'd rather use the money needed to produce a lore video for either more games or hardware, or something a little bit more tangible, like another model, because the unfortunate thing about multi-character VTubing is that you will want a model for all of them, and that adds up, because if you cannot be satisfied, it's a chef that makes bread sold habits. I'm just gonna Just gonna add that because I should have that. Image. Right. Browse. Just a moment. Why does it always start there? No matter how many times I go, it's never in there. Because the short answer for what makes additional bread rolls. Wait, why didn't that work? Did I hit cancel instead of... Is that big old smoke thing in the middle of it that's just kind of leaking out of the bread, but not really in a way that most people can see? Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's only 4 miles wide. Formally requesting a gingerbread body? Oh, because I was in that folder anyway. All right, where's Image? You would think from streaming for like for so long that I know how to use OBS. I do not. This was made by the same person who made the emotes. Proper's great. But yeah, this anything as long as cooked by a specific chef. Nah, so long as it's something that I've eaten once. God, hell yeah, Juzen. God willing. I don't know what's God's willing, but if God's willing. How are you doing? I hope that you're doing great. Where am I going? Oh, right over there. Oh, yes. Yeah, I meant to set my Discord profile to the gingerbread one for Christmas, but then like every other piece of Christmas decorating that's happened, I've forgotten. Sonic is going great. Never mind the fact that this is the 3rd time I've had to restart because I ran out of lives and suck at piloting the hovercraft, which I believe is just kind of how they go. Like, it's just hard to... Where did it come from? Oh, yeah. Yeah, little gingerbread cookie version of me. Think about how clever that was. Bread. Gingerbread. Right? It's so smart. So cute. Although I think in that case it is less... like, it wasn't something I commissioned. It was a Christmas gift from our friend, and they, I think, made cookie versions of everyone's, like making Christmas cookie art in the shape of friends. Right, back up. First time through this, I just absolutely flew by. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. We're good. Oh, come on, that didn't even hit me.
That's a hover vehicle over there. Press the triangle button to get out.
And then every other time, it's just I get hit by random debris. Does that Scarlet? Oh yeah, good. I think that should go in the FAQ because that's a common one. Yeah, I mean technically there's not really a limit to what I can and can't possess because like this isn't even a real skeleton. This is just a bunch of pieces of metal that got put together in the vague shape of a human body. Because like, let's be honest, calcium for the main source of structural integrity, it's weak. And all the extra meat, like, why? Okay. Oh no, the trick is not to full send it. The trick is to just kind of badly. And I was here the first time. No! What? What? Oh my god. I'm supposed to get there another way and then take the bumpers. I went through that backwards? How? I don't even comprehend that. What's going on? That's on me. I can't even argue with that. But that's just... such a weird section, because I get here, and over there. Aha! Eagle. God. Two. Oh yeah, we are at 2 lives. I was that freaking close to the level transition. I could have done that first try once I figured out how to actually drive the dang hovercraft. All I had to do was not walk off the bridge, and I was there. No, I didn't even have to not walk off the bridge. Ah, you said it. Just why? It's like, why? We did not have to do any of this, but here we are. Just to suffer. Right? I can get the... It's another thing that I understand why. I understand the why behind it, because it was kind of cool once I got it figured out, but also it was so hard to dodge and control. Oh, thank God, 1-up. And control it all that, like, eh? And there's so many things that just kind of felt like a little bit of cheap traps.
Press the X button just when you're holding attack hits. Do a chaos attack for additional damage.
Thank you, tutorial voice. It just wants to be unnecessarily cool. Like, oh, what? That was so weird. I had to hit the... I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of what makes this character work. That it's just a character that's designed to be unnecessarily cool to the point that it's a little lame, and when done right, that should wrap back around to being cool. It's so over the top that it's like, no, trust us, it's pretty sweet. It's definitely 90s cool of like, yeah, he's got roller skates everywhere, he's dark, brooding, 100% perfect for Keanu Reeves to play. Very yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing someone describe Sonic as a franchise of, no, it's what 90s corporations thought was cool.
Let's get moving.
I bumped the left stick a little bit. I barely tapped that. And it's like, oh, you want to go screaming off into oblivion? No. But also you couldn't, like, do this when I want to turn a little sharper to the left? Like, nope, it's either oblivion or not enough. We will give you no control and you're gonna like it. I'll say that, like, I think the best thing I can say is that when it works, it is cool. When the characterization doesn't work, it ends up trying a bit too hard and coming off as kind of awkward. Yeah, I love that one jump because it doesn't land you right on the boost pad. It lands you right before, and it assumes you've been holding forward on the control stick to get to where you need to. But I've kind of gotten into the habit of taking my hand off of the... Oh, the same thing! I'm just not going to touch it through there, because that just does not work. Thank you, Ace. You did an amazing job on these ribs. They are some of my favorite ribs. Easily the favorite rib cage that I own. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. We are, once again, stressing out everyone in chat who knows how to play these games by going down to 1 life or less consistently before either dying and having to restart the entire stage, or somehow making it through and hoping that we find another life beforehand. It's been great. Grandpa. The elderlies are here, I say, as the oldest entity in the room. But yes, the olds. Alright, just not going to touch anything. Tell if it's just a game being itself or you being... Well, it's definitely a bold thing to accuse the streamer of being bad. Oh, 100% the game. That is so... It is so sensitive there. Like, this is how much I'm touching the stick. That much. Like, it's... At 90 degrees being straight ahead, it's like 80... It's like 91 or 2 degrees. 95. But also, that auto-scroll section automatically chokes you to the left just enough that you have to make a correction. So this is 100% a game thing. Oh, that ain't what I was trying to do, but that'll work. I love when the lock-on, it hits, but it doesn't hit where you think. See if better now we can get to the good games. Maybe. Is this thing dead yet? I swear Oh, there we go. I think it just wanted me to punch in the right way. But yeah, this is why that I can definitely see and appreciate Sonic Frontiers having a slider for you to control things, because that is a section where I would love to have just a little bit more, like, being able to tune it. So, like, if you do, even if you do move the settings to a point where they all kind of handle like a truck, at some point, messing with settings to the point where the game is uncontrollable and you recognize it as a problem, that is 100% you control the buttons that you press deal. Hey, this game, yeah, this game has issues. Like, I can get behind just not really caring about what happens. And why does that bumper exist? Why does that exist for no other reason? Oh! You needed to kill everything and there's one hiding back there. That is hilarious. Hey, it's your life. Oh. I swear, look. Oh, what? Got another ad. Got another ad break. Be back in a sec. Because, messages and throat thing. Ow. think everyone's back. Yeah, keep all the sliders on default and turn up jump decel and turn on jump boost. Yeah, that way makes sense. But like just having a little bit of customization for that, I would totally have turning sensitivity down. Although I suppose if you have it all the way up through the entire game, you just kind of get used to it. It's that or sync. But it's better to have the option for sections like that where a little poking at the stick
The
does
former king of Soliana
Ever-
used to reside in this castle,
makes you
but
go
a major
way too
accident
far off.
occurred 10 years ago, and no one's lived there since.
Yeah, the Kingdom Valley in particular has
I
glitchy
heard a
movements.
prototype
That makes
energy
sense.
engine
That
failed, which
there's a
caused
lot
the
of things that
I
feel
think the name of
awkward.
the plan was
The Solaris Project.
Oh, you.
It was an ambitious project named after their eternal sun god.
I love how Eggman is
It's
just
been a while, my dear Rouge.
prepped to drop in and start
Now, if you'd be
expositioning.
so kind as to hand back the scepter of darkness you took
I wonder
from
if he
me.
just has like a parabolic microphone. Actually, no. That would make perfect sense. He has a parabolic microphone to pick up once he has a general idea of where they are, to wait to see what they're talking about, to, you know, wait for them to have to spill something that he may or may not. Ooh, right in the face. That had to hurt. Aw, he actually does care. Oh, wait. I think Eggman was banking on Shadow to grab the artifact and not Rouge. Interesting.
Shadow.
Or Golden... Yeah, they're actually microphones.
It's no use. Pull back! Pull back! Pull back!
Next jump zone doesn't have you lose speed when you jump. Don't even give players the option to turn it on. Goes against fundamental gameplay. Ah, that was close. Yeah. I do think that it's better to... I do think that it is 100% better to have more config options than less. And I say this because of one...
What? His shadow.
Oh, this isn't going to be confusing when talking about Shadow's shadow.
Oh, how ironic fate can be.
Just because
I would never have believed
There's
I would
a-
be resurrected through your shade.
there's one
I thank you, Shadow the Hedgehog.
wrapper or launcher, however you want to call it, for Doom called GZ Doom. And that
Who are
has allowed me
How do you know
to
my
do the
name?
dumbest thing I've ever done on this channel, which is play Doom 2 with a steering wheel.
Nephilis the Dark.
PS2 era Logitech steering wheel and pedal set. I was able to map all of those things to different
What? Did you
to
forget
different
me?
inputs on the wheel. Like left and right turn was on
I owe
turning the
much
steering
to
wheel.
Shadow.
Forward was gas. Reverse backwards was brakes, and had to use some of the face buttons for fire. The favorite thing was change weapons was on shift, so when the hand cam was going and I needed to go from like the shotgun to the BFG, you just see me rapidly mash the shifter up. It's animated like he did just get revived from a 1,000-year slumber, give or take some nonsense for time travel nonsense, through the Resident Edgelord's shadow. So it's a little bit hard to puppet a body you're not used to. I should know. It's a bit awkward.
What is
Also,
this
welcome
thing?
in Whisper.
It seems we've
I
been
could have sworn I
teleported
had
to
you in the
another
auto shout
location.
about. Weird.
Well, let's find out.
Why
where
is
we
there
are.
time travel in a Sonic game? At this point,
Nephilis.
I think this game is a good
Who is
entry
he?
point for the series, not because of gameplay, not because of story, but because so much weird shit happens in such a condensed point in time that it desensitizes you, and it's like, yeah, anything can fucking happen. I don't even care. It's just fine.
No.
Right?
That's
They
not
should.
possible.
This is a game
They're
that
still in the doctor's
that
base.
needs to
But how
be
can that be?
redone.
There's no doubt now.
At Time Travel and Sonic
So
CD,
it's
it's
not
the second
you
game of the
we
time.
are.
Did not know. Because as the one Argentinian programmer
Appears we've gone
that's
through
making
time,
Sonic
doesn't
PO6
it?
that is a remake of this game but
Yes.
functional.
Approximately 200 years.
It's
Maybe
they had
more.
some good ideas, and if they
Depending on
had
when
time, this could have been a
database
good
was last
thing.
updated.
But they just
Well, at
this
least we
game
know
left
we've
such
arrived
a
in the
stain
future.
on
That
the
means
series
this
to the point where
Nephilis
pretty much
character has the power to
everything
control time.
His
I've
power feels
tried.
very similar to my own chaos control.
Every time I mention someone new to the series, they're like, please don't play that game as your first Sonic game ever. Oh, no, wait, that was manual. I think options are good, but I think Frontiers go a bit overboard. Like, if you have the jump deck acceleration, at least have it off by default. Not every player's going to know that messing with a random slider can massively improve the game. Oh, wait, this... Sonic Tails and Knuckles showed up like literally 5 minutes after
Are we?
Rouge and Shadow, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they know what they're doing. They've been
Oh,
here for a
look who's
while."
here. I didn't expect to see
Like,
you
no.
guys.
No, they're here in the same thing.
Shadow!
This game, yeah,
Hi.
bad
Long time no
stigma of the
see.
games left in the series more upsetting than the game itself, for sure. I have no idea if a full-scale remake, the size that would lead this to be what they first envision it to, would help or hinder. Honestly, I think it would be funny.
Far removed from our own timeline.
The future? Then that means
Future.
Eggman's machine can control time.
Boswell, how are you doing,
Man's
Whisper? I
got
hope you're
some
having a
nerve
good night.
dropping us here.
It's always nice seeing you, bye.
Now, how can we get back to our own time?
You need a space-time rift, but this requires a lot of energy.
Wait. Meh.
I see. You mean using your chaos control will... Yes, but that alone is insufficient. Okay, Shadow. It looks like we need to work together.
Again, just the sheer amount of weird shit that happens kind of regularly in... Wait, 3 squares is a roundhouse? Got to remember that. In this game, it's like starting Mario for the first time. Everything is so weird and just like... Yeah, if you can get past the first level and roll with it, you're good for the entire series. Alright, guess we're driving. Wait, this is the same level for Sonic, but I have a car. I no longer have a car. Yeah, it's like, it's 100% you get used to it. And I think it's okay to start with some of the weirder ones just to get past the you get used to it. Like, so much stuff has already happened that I think that no matter what happens for the rest of the series, it's just like, yeah, that can happen. That's fine. We do love a good car, and a car that comes with rockets is even better. Although you missed my initial opinion of the car in this game, which is it's somehow worse controlling than the one in Helldivers 2, and that one was designed explicitly, as stated in a dev interview, to be as frustrating as possible to use, because the game design of Helldivers is, well, we're going to give you something, but we're going to make it a little bit difficult. Oh, good, a 1-up. Because the game design is that everything's kind of fighting you on some level. I think Xiao's favorite Disney movie, Car. I agree with the Whispers. I think you'd really get into to humor of cars. Still haven't tried the Helldiver car yet? One day. Well, shoot, if you have the 20,000 rec slips, it's just available in the store. You no longer have to steal it from an Illuminate mission, which is good because my opinion is that the Illuminate city maps are probably the worst freaking place. Oh, I should not have done that. No! Are the worst place to drive in, period. Like, if you can find a moon, like one of the moon map sets where it's explicitly one of the maps with, that has the super cold environments plus, meteor showers. Those are usually pretty fast, or pretty flat, and are pretty good places to test out driving. The other good one is deserts, but they usually have enough rocks in it that I end up flipping the car. But somewhere flat and, you know, not choked with buildings, broken down things, and hordes of zombies that make bug maps look lightly populated are a better place. Favorite food is canonically mints, just mints in general. And hey, get good like mint ice cream or mint something else. It's a whole vibe. Ah! Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, fair. Wait, where's the reload point? Ah! Out of lives. What the? Seriously? 2 levels in a row. The same life counter for both those levels. Okay, good. It's saved after Kingdom Valley. No, explicitly because you asked for one. I swear I had more lives from that. Did I? No, wait, that was my first run from it. There's so many cutscenes. I really should have put an autosave after this. It's what, 5 in a row? Ah, God, I see why some people have been able to play, like, I know someone played, like, Sonic Adventure 2 during the loading screens of this game, and they were able to get through most, like, the entire hero story and a good chunk of Team Dark. Alright, once more. This time with the car surviving. Should not have said anything. We have already flipped it. I love this game. It's so silly. In all fairness, the goal that... I really thought I aligned that up properly this time. The goal this time was to just simply keep the car for a little bit longer, or keep the car from blowing up. So that was great. It did not blow up, so mission successful. I was thinking you can make a sandwich during loading screen in Sonic Forces. You can make a sandwich as a gameplay. That is true. I have seen the one level where you can just not touch anything and it plays through a good chunk of it. Which I suppose that's part of it is like unintended game design. Like the intent is obviously, oh yeah, they'll try to get like the rings, the 1-ups, the power-ups, they'll try for the stuff, right? And the fact that you can just kind of ignore the stuff as the game does its own thing is a little bit... That one I feel it's a relic of just inherent game design that went to a point of, oh, yeah, I suppose if there's no user input, it does kind of just do that by itself. But also should have been something to watch. Yeah. It's weird. Game design is weird, because I'm sure that a lot of those things had the best intention, because, like, no game developer ever goes out to make... Oh, did I save it? Yes, saved it! Haha, my greed for rings is not my undoing. Like, there's something I've heard quite a lot, is that no game developer has ever gone out of their way to not make a good game. That in every case they were motivated by trying to do the best they could do with both their skills. Just completely missed the spring. That is hilarious. I love that it's possible. I can see it being frustrating, but at this moment right now, I love that you can do it. But it's just like a question of what other things have been... What happened with the boost? Usually the boost takes you so far, but that one time it's just... Yeah, you get like an inch, and then you're going down. Have fun, Hot Topic Reject. But there's always some other factor that makes it difficult to do what they want, which is to give the best product that they can out there, or the best creative endeavor that they're able to get. Either like Metal Gear Solid having the issue of Konami saying, no, you can't do this really weird thing, or no, you have to have this. Which, my hot take is that, well, Konami's meddling with Kojima's games are probably a net downside. I do have to wonder how much it was largely a benefit of it kept him from doing something that would have ended up being kind of detrimental to Metal Gear as a franchise. What? I got hit by a fireball mid-jump. Sonic Forces levels are a culmination of multiple problems. Automation, short length, and lack of obstacles, which all three problems combined make the gameplay hard to get engaged in. That makes sense. I wonder how much of it was a direct result of someone saying, no, we have to make this game a little bit more accessible and with a bit more mass appeal, and how much of it was flaws in gameplay that only became apparent later. Or like a lack of testing. Wow. I wonder, nope, my controller's charged. I'm saying like that might, the one thing that made the most sense is, God. No? Oh, hey, there's a checkpoint there that I missed. I love how often I just miss checkpoints in Shadows levels, particularly. Because... Oh, it happened again! The short change jump. That is such a weird glitch. There's something that... What's happening there? It has to be something that it's the game's thinking, I'm taking too much, or I'm either misaiming or... No, oops. Oh, that happened. Or it's reading my jumps as or the dashes as being okay, it's having lock-on issues. That's part of it there, but what's the thing that's causing it to just stop? Is it maybe reading double inputs? I wouldn't put it past the game. Ooh, I remember this section. Like, I remember this section. I can just stand still here and it'll just go through the entire thing. Like, maybe. But at this specific point, also no. Ooh. I will take that. Yeah, enjoy the balls. See ya. Oh, right. That one is a trap and a misdirection. Alright, that one was because I was still on Mercy and Vuln. You can... The ways you can just cheat these sections, it's so interesting, because with the design philosophy of, like, of how Sonic games are, that they are custom built for speedrunning. Like, the whole reason there's a timer is definitely just to see how fast you can get through these. It makes it interesting to see with, is this intentional, or is this just merely useful? Why do they have all those enemies just in that automated section? They're just there. Could be. Or in the case of when I missed the mark and didn't hit the jump pad, it definitely made that automated section a lot harder to deal with. All right, I see what's here. Now, we had that one kind of easy section at Kingdom Valley with a hang glider. Now time to do it a bit more difficult. Because yeah, ideally if you did, I think that was the optimal path through there. Oh hey, a 1-up. Oh hey, a 1-up. This isn't suspicious generosity at all. This isn't an omen of things to come. I shouldn't be concerned. Risk versus reward philosophy. You can take the alternate path and risk death, or take the safe route and lose time. Oh, the best song. But I'm talking about this section where there's one section where I was hitting that 3 across spring, and the first time up I hit the bumper but missed the rail. The second time up I was too far left, I missed the bumper, went too far up, and I was able to dash over to where the rail would let out anyways. That I'm not sure if that sort of thing is an accidental skip. That it's like a while ago I was playing Wario Land for the GameCube, and there was a puzzle where it's honestly a highlight of playing that game, that someone in chat who really loved and knew the game's like, oh yeah, I know this one, it's difficult. Alright, I'm thinking that ain't the right way. And I did something. And I'm like, hey, was that the right solution? Not even close. But it worked, so I don't know what to say. Alright, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with various flammable liquids. And I kind of love that thing in games, where you can see what the devs were intending. This seems like a bad idea by a little. Sonic games you're able to eat, most likely intended. I can get behind that game design. Because I do love when a game's like, yeah, no, there is... Yeah, nope, we ain't messing with that. That is a way forward, but not the way that I understand what to do. That's like, even with the constraint of like, it's like Breath of the Wild's shrine design. That's the best thing I can say for what it feels like. That there's a ton of ways you can do this. There's a few more or less obvious ways that you could go through it. Oh, saved it. But also, if you have a valid way, that is a valid way to solve it. It's very... Honestly, it's just a nice way to do a game. Give players an obvious path forward, a way that they could do it, that they can fall back on, and also the freedom to look at various different routes, various different ways, and even if it's not intended, something that lets you say, all right, that worked. We are 100% cool with letting you just do it that way. Nice. We are going to take note of how you guys got through this, and going through onwards, we are going to remember this. Whether that's good or bad depends on how much you trust the smiling game master. The answer is you should never trust it when somebody in charge of game design is smiling at you, potentially breaking a game in a way that they didn't expect. Because that means they're going to take note about it, and next time it's either not going to work or they're going to use it against you. I should know. That's how I do. That's how I run tabletop games.
Guess that was all right.
Rare types of skips are the one that aren't your fit. Yeah, exactly. Like that little bit of creativity where, going back to the shrine example, because that's, I feel like, the most latch-onable one, or latch-onable examples that you can, because it's in the design, that it's like one of those ways of, oh, I'm doing this tricky. I'm not doing this the intended way, but if I do this, this, and this, move this sheet of material over here, use this arrow, a couple of bombs, and launch myself across the map with the bomb-infused catapult, then... Wait, hang on a second. All the materials I need were in here.
Precious chaos emerald.
This is a valid way to do it, isn't it? Damn! So, like, guess it. Yeah, because it's more open.
Omega? What's he doing here?
That was a good question. What's he doing here? Is he just... He might be dead. Is this grave robbing?
Seems he's in standby.
Oh no, he's alive.
What could have possibly happened to create this future?
Stand by for what?
Yes, this is Rouge.
Just thought of
We'll be there in a minute.
something that might be a little terrible.
It looks like Sonic.
Does anyone have the keys to Omega?
Let's go.
Like, I feel like if he's a
It's not
key
like
star
we can do
robot, he
anything
wouldn't
right
trust
now.
one of these two with the keys.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, in case you ever have to restart me, this is how. Or is Omega more of the do not resuscitate type? Deep, important questions. Yeah.
You guys are so slow. Look.
A Chaos Emerald! You've already found one!
Well, I may not look it, but I'm a real treasure hunter.
I think the boss fight was on,
Unlike a certain echidna I know.
on the second run.
What?
Have you guys discovered anything?
Yeah. I received a signal indicating there's a Chaos Emerald here, but...
You mean we've got to go through there?
If you don't like it, you can stay here.
You've got to be kidding.
Don't be late. Same to you.
Best part about not remembering these cutscenes the first time through, it's a whole new story every time. The main perks of Goldfish Streamer Brain. There we go. So one skips, are like, use your moves so this is an area that you initially thought was inaccessible. You get some extra collectibles and a shortcut. Here's a normal pass, and here's the fastest pass. You choose which one you want, which works well in its way. Okay, how have I not fallen off the stage yet? This is the first time I'm looking at the stage.
Cross's energy is out of control. Is it because of the Chaos Emeralds?
No idea how. Right into the wall because it's a little... Oh no, Shadow, we can and we will fall off here. You have my word on that. Suppose I should be using the ring. Should probably be using the ring dashes a little bit more, if for nothing else, than to get a little bit more control when I'm trying and failing to... Ow. Get back here. Why is your dash so big? Why do you need that much dashing? That might be a good way to control, because I remember the first time through that it's a little bit of a problem. Oh, I get the combo and set up on that. That's pretty fun. There we go. Nope, get out. Get out. I can never bring playing through 2 games at once. If I'm playing a game of devote to and one game, the other game's way in the backlog. Want to forget story or gameplay details after being stuck in a different game. See, my brain just fundamentally doesn't work, so I try to run a 4 game a week schedule, or 4 game every 2 weeks. So over the course of 2, I will hopefully be playing 4 different games. It does mean that every specific game only gets played twice a month, but it really helps me with burnout so I don't get bored about a game. Because it's like to a point that first time I played a game like Tunic was over a year at this point. But that game's left such an impression on me that I still know enough that I know, vaguely speaking, the general story beats and what I have to do for like several secrets. So it's a combination of if something sticks with me and I'm enjoying it, that I'm going to be able to latch back onto and get right back there. But if I play it for way too long, like I got Balatro like a week ago, and I have gone from this is the best game ever to I am getting a little sick of it because shitty luck is making me burn out. So I swapped between that, Helldivers, a couple other games, Zelda on the Switch, also been playing Tales of Vesperia. Doing a whole lot of different things, just because, yeah, sometimes I kind of envy people who can just stick to one game a bit, on account of the fact that I still haven't beat Final Fantasy 16 despite being at the end game of it. Devote all my time to a specific game, beating if I really like more than 100%. Oh yeah, I used to be able to 100% them, but now I've kind of gotten to a point where it's like, I will do the content that I like, and when I get to a point where it's starting to grate, then I will devote all of my time to story progression when I play it. Partially because that's a little bit more because that'll help keep my interest up on account of there's more stuff happening, and also because I just have to admit, it's 100% a me thing that there's a point where no matter how good the game is, dang it, I thought I jumped. I just have to focus on getting to the next thing. Wish it wasn't, but yeah. I was playing through God of War and then jumped to another game for a month and... Oh shoot, I'm still alive. Did not expect. and then came back and just restarted for the game because I didn't know what the fuck was happening or was doing. Oh, right! I haven't beaten God of War 1 yet! I got that game when Ragnarok came out, and I forgot it existed 4 separate times. I should probably beat that game. Right into the volcano. Shadow jumps in to beat up a volcano. Wins. Typical Sonic the Hedgehog things. Well, I guess this explains why what's his face looked like acid flop of Shadow, because there was lore reasons. Ah, Maya, thank you so much for rating. How's Satisfactory? Get anything? So you're working on truck stuff, right? Oh, that's going good. We're just speaking about games that got completely obsessed over, and that was one of them. But welcome in Raiders. I'm Elgitor Brent, Elgitor Around Reality. I now realize I'm messing with this model. Last time I forgot to put the bread roll that I also usually possess in, because I am a multi-character streamer. I swap between this model and another one that I call Corpse for obvious reasons. There was a jump there. I should not be playing the game with one hand while trying to do the raid intro. Welcome. If you need to raid and run, totally understand, and thank you so much. Pivot to power plants. Yeah, that tracks from what I remember. There's never enough power. You either have way too much or not enough. Ooh, hey, what's this bumper go to? Oh. Well, I guess we have enough speed, so... Great, just noticed. Yeah, welcome in. I hope you had a good time, and yeah. We are playing Sonic 06. I have no idea what this power-up is that I just picked up. And if you're wondering, why are we playing what is noted as easily the worst Sonic game ever made is because I've never played a Sonic game before, and I thought I'll start with the ones that are known to be bad. Is this a horrible idea? Yes. Have I been told by literally everyone I know who has ever played a Sonic game before to, quote, please God, choose another game, not Sonic 06, to be your first exposure to the franchise? Oh, I still don't know what that means. Yeah, that's what they told me the first time that I played this level, and clarity has not gotten better. Yeah, everyone who I know who has played these games has said, do anything else. So naturally, I took that as encouragement to start with this game, and I have not been disappointed. I've actually been really enjoying this because there are some completely insane things that I've noticed that just make me feel bad for the devs who are working on this, because this game does not use the PS3's GPU. I don't know how that's possible. It cannot be emulated because of that error. I can only assume that they're either doing it all in CPU, or they managed to do some hardware air catching where if it tries to render without a specific call to the GPU enough times, they're just like, no, fix that fault with hardware, go directly to the GPU. But that is wild and explains so much about this game. Say, it's no use? Yes. I see you know this game well. I can only assume that condolences are in order for that. You get the impression that a lot of people work on this game. Yeah, they had so much passion and ambition. They just didn't have the time or work or team to actually get this through. Like, there are so many things that, because my day job, for anyone coming in new that might not know, a very obscure, I don't know why I'm talking like this, it's like something that I don't share because it's not actually relevant. to anything. Like, my day job is software dev, and just from that, I feel so much for that, because, like, I understand a bit of the pain and why it is the way this is. Like, this is not, they did a bad job developing the game. This is, they fundamentally did not have the ability to do a good job of this. Oh, hey. Yeah.
If all of the lights shine at once, your way will become clear.
Alright, I have no idea how I did this when I was doing this section as Knuckles. I have even less of an idea now, because I am starting from the beginning, and yeah. Ow. Camera. Right, rings. Sega has a bit of a habit of shackling their devs and shooting themselves in the foot. Oh yeah, this is 100% a time like that. Like, I think the best thing they could have done that no one would actually mind if this happened, but if they just never made the secret rings, if they never had to split their dev team between one group trying to work on this, and another group, including the, main creator, because I think Yuji Naka also was one who went to work on Secret Rings just because they needed all the help they could get, honestly. Okay, I made that work. We're good. Whoop. We're golden. We're going to live forever. Nothing bad will happen. I say at 0 rings and a whole lot. All right, we're going for that ring pickup. Yes, please. But yeah, like, they need all their help they could get, and they did not have the best. They had difficulties with the PS3 dev kit, and when they finally got the Wii's, it just did not have the power for this game. Sonic Frontiers was almost released on unfinished state until Thailand is able to convince them to do one more year of develop. Oh yeah, that saves the game. I really hope they've learned their lesson and will just let their devs take a bit of time. Shadow's a lot more expressive than I expected. Like, Sonic was taking all this in stride, and if anything, was having a fun time with it. Shadow has been freaking out the proper amount for going through a volcano in a bad future.
Guess that was all right.
Shadow's afraid of height. Got a little scared. Just a little scared. It's okay, he's fine. It's fine, he came down from it. Oh. No. Do not want to cancel. I want to save. There we go. I just looked over to the Discord window I had up on one side of the screen.
Don't touch it.
And doing all the hotkeys for the raid, ended up typing in a random DM, not sending it, but typing a whole random string of numbers. Because all of my hotkeys to try inherently reduce doubling up on them all are minimum of 2 numbers. So that got a bit long. Alright, let's do this again. I wonder if Silver will have more stages, or if it's just going to be the story context is same stages. Who am I kidding with the dev cycle this game had? Same stages, different narrative context. Got an official source showing the Sonic team has been giving more budget and leeway from Sega after the financial success you can tell, because Shadow Generations is made by a small B team. That Sonic team is one of the most polished, high-quality games they ever... Right? I wonder if it's a little bit of Wario Land effect, because those games are always made by a similar thing. A tiny B team off of the various teams responsible for... Oh! Saved it! For Mario games with a wildly different... Oh shoot, Shadow is the Sonic equivalent of Wario. But with the added benefit of having a lot more narrative focus. Because all the Wario world, like pretty much every Wario game was made when the small team had time between games. And it similarly, they were surprisingly good and really popular. And you just love to see it. Alright, come here, you weird squid beak worm thing. But it's kind of... Oh. They really missed the opportunity of letting Shadow deal with these a little bit faster by doing the combos. Oh, they just didn't restore that specific one. You jerk. You jerk of a worm. Wario, if you speak. Hey, Wario games have always been oddly popular cult classics. Does it make sense? Not really. But they are good games. I'm just gonna take like 2. Have Sonic fight the boss normal as Shadow. Yeah, absolutely fuck him up. Right? And I suppose one thing that they would do if they had the dev time that, as has been stated, they did not, would be to add in like a second phase for Shadow. Just as kind of a compensation for the fact that he can absolutely demolish it. Or, yeah, you can really tell that in the design that... Oh, it's a standstill that does the roundhouse. They just kind of lightly combo bait. Dang it! I hit. Oh. Somehow the run isn't ended, but that is a massive disappointment. There's a spring there. I kind of want to jump to it. Let's risk it. Wait. I think it worked, or we glitched or something. Either way. I think we got another run up at him.
No.
Nope. That is my own fault. Yeah. This is one of the rare times when I would absolutely adore if the camera was fixed forwards. This is... I'm used to fighting cameras from other games and older games. But, man, it'd be nice to not have to fight the camera so often. You know? It'd just be great. Alright, where are you firing at, and why is it going to be where I'm standing? I suppose you could go for it, right?
If something that big runs into you, the soft footholds won't hold.
And the other weird thing with the camera is that it's not all the time. There's times where it'll leash back and like pull back a bit and focus on, like, the camera, if it stayed like where it was for a second, for more than a second. No notes, flawless. This is a fine boss fight. Without the camera. It's very touchy. And like, I understand the why, because this is a game where you go pretty fast. But also, it'd be nice for this context. Get a hedgehog. Oh, God. I bet that really hurts. Like, you're just getting a full hedgehog curled up in a ball, spikes first, right into your eye. That cannot feel good. A little camera control too much with this. Yeah, never in between. Now, let's try this with 6. That should be good. I think there's a way... Heh, standing on air. I think there's a way that you can get these platforms to stay if you get hit. Like, it's a weird thing of the game recognizing that, oh, they got hit on platform set 2. They're obviously at this point of the fight, so boss logic says next attack, move up the stalagmite dropping attack. Aha! I have made a calculated decision and have proven to be bad at math. So like a splinter in the eye? Oh, definitely a lot more than a single one. That is like, oh, not so many splinters. Like, honestly, I'm amazed that this wasn't a one-hit weak spot for everyone, because, God, hedgehogs are basically made of splinters. They're sentient little splinter creatures. Okay, making more platforms faster. I like it. I see what you're putting down, and I do encourage this. I'd like you to do it more. Never mind. I was not familiar with whatever the heck you were planning. I am confused. I thought we had a system here. Dude, tell us when the next one is. Sonic is the best boss fights, either Frontiers or Gen Sonics. Yeah, the Generation one did seem like they tried to take a bunch of classic bosses or concepts and do a little modernization to it, which was super cool. Alright, I'm still confused, but you know what? Let's work with what we got. And in all honesty, Frontiers kind of felt like it was a boss rush. It's a lot more emphasis on boss fights. Yeah. Right? I remember people saying, like, I did not expect anything from 06 to show up here.
You're not as tough as you look.
But also, this one fight goes incredibly hard. I'm glad it's here. There's only 3 game with a boss. Dang. Kind of impressive. Alright. Oh, come on! It's the age-old issue with 3D platformers. I jumped before... Oh, I accidentally made a smiley face. Love that. I jumped before I reached the edge of that. Oh, I thought I was off of the platform. Whew. Beat the boss rush, you unlock an extra hard... Ooh. Ah, that almost reminds me of, like, Kirby games in terms of progression. Where it's... Ooh. I love the fake out of that last hit. But no, it's like Kirby game where you beat the game, you beat the Coliseum, you beat the extra mode that comes out, you go back to the Coliseum to beat the extra hard boss rush, you beat Morpho Knight, and then you beat the thing that showed up and smacked Morpho Knight. The only thing that I have to do in Kirby Forgotten Realm or Forgotten Lands is the final rematch against the extra hard boss. Beyond that, there's something about Kirby games, and I guess it's kind of obvious when considering that my first idea for VTuber was cute Eldritch Horror, but also big Eldritch energy. I just love those games to death and insist on 100%ing them, like Mario's. Frontiers has 2 boss rushes, one out of the first, one in the second. Nice. That's a... I've heard that the DLC support has been pretty good for both of those games. That like the base game was good. Wow, finally fully here. Ah, welcome back. Just I was thinking of ending a bit early because it's a really it's kind of hard to stop midway through a level for this, and like we beat a boss, but glad that you're fully here. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good night and whatever it was that you were here. I love how they do it like a toast. Specifically like one of those toasts of we're both drinking and we're doing a joke toast, and but we're drinking our own drinks. I need to get a bread shake emote because I feel, or like a bread throw or some way to do violence against myself, because I feel like you'd get a lot of use. DLC in Frontier made the game even better. DLC in Generations just more of a game that's already good. Yeah, and Keanu Reeves voice acting. Oh, shoot. Shadow's stuck in a bad future. Wait. There's either going to be more story and we get thrown out back in Soliana, or...
Shadow. Shadow.
Does he just stay in the bad future the entire time?
Shadow. And he doesn't have a Chaos Emerald anymore.
I feel like this was poorly thought out.
Report your status immediately. Have you retrieved the Book of Darkness?
Well,
I guess Sonic's rubbing
I'll
off on
provide a full
Shadow.
report shortly. Right now, I have a priority situation to deal with. I need to contact E123 Omega
This is
immediately.
plot of this game? Good question. Really good question. From what I can tell, Shadow is the start of where we actually get some context for stuff that's happening. That Sonic was really dealing with, that there's something important with the princess, that Eggman wants her, and also Eggman canonically died in this game? Wild? I'm not sure I believe it. And I guess we're locked into... No, wait, we did save. But there's some nonsense with bad futures that whatever Eggman wanted the princess with involved whatever happened to cause a bad future where everything is honestly just kind of a vibe of hell. You know, fire and brimstone, that sort of thing. Oh, I love how because Rouge can fly... Wow, they kind of did a lot for this specific... Just for Rouge specifically. Oh, hey, a turtle.
Looks like I can get around on this turtle. It's a pretty smooth ride.
And so far, we've accidentally left Shadow in the bad future because he saw something that stole his shadow and claimed to have known him appear. So he's running off to get answers. We also found a robot friend of ours was in the bad future on shutdown mode, so we've sent a request to the government to say, hey, where is this robot right now? We got to talk to him. Mayor from the future eventually comes. Noted, but please know that this is the first time playing this game, and I don't need or want the exact plot and spoilers before they happen. I am content to have the game play out and figure this stuff out as it happens. Thank you. Yeah, it's just that you've kind of been doing that a lot. Thought I already had.
You see the butt plug. You should be able to jump higher.
Wait, did that say butt? I thought that said butt plug. I should probably end stream because I think I'm getting too tired. So no way forward, but no idea. Actually, no, this doesn't actually matter. I'm supposed to have no idea. We're just climbing. Really like Shadow's arc. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting arc. And I'm interested to see... Oh, there's a lot of rings here. And a lot of frame rate drops because... It's definitely an interesting arc, because it feels like he has some context, but not all of it for Shadow. Oh, that. Oh, dang it. Alright. Zark's the best. I've kind of noticed that as far as... I feel that as far as things go, Shadow usually has the most narrative weight behind him. Sonic is usually pure gameplay. And I feel that that's kind of fitting. Like, Shadow was kind of envisioned as a very narrative-heavy character. Like, that's the point behind him. Like, they were trying to appeal to a more complex game demographic, but they've always kept Sonic as very pure, no, you're strapping in and you're going fast. Like, have a fun time with it. But it's interesting to see how that bleeds out to the other games. Like, I feel that Frontiers has a bit more of that. Oh, I S-ranked that? Wow, I just kind of ran for the exit. The Frontiers has a bit more of the narrative weight behind it. But then when you see the Sonic Shadow generations, it's like, oh, Sonic's just kind of having a good time with Retro Sonic, and Shadow is having an existential crisis. Again. Like, I kind of just feel bad, but also it's kind of funny. Shadow's play, right? I really hope that they bring back the... Oh, hey, it's Omega. I like this guy already. I really hope that they bring back like a adventure style
This is a charming little place.
Sort of game, because I feel like with modern consoles' ability to generate a big open world, they could use that really good. Oh yeah, I like this dude. There's a lot of potential with what they got.
Situation understood. What would you like me to do?
Take this and deliver it to Shadow.
I know that there's... Ah! Ray! No! I was just about to raid out! Ah! I'm so sorry! Ah! But welcome in, Raiders. I appreciate it so much. Mr. Meow, thank you for following. Welcome in. How's the art? I hope you got some good context or good progress. Helta, thank you so much for the raid. Man, this game running a singular praise. So he holds it for the group. There's so many people on that. I appreciate everyone coming in. Thank you for the follow, Moth, and for the butters. Oh shoot, that actually worked. Welcome, Raiders. I am Eldritch Horror Bread, Eldritch Horror from Beyond Reality. You found an old band Blockbuster full of retro games inside. You know, this is the best thing ever. Thanks for the follow, Flobby. I'm going to make this everyone else's problem. Mostly, I just possess this. Someone took the exotic butters off. Mostly, I just possess this one bread roll, but Alichi, thanks for following. Also, I have this other form that called Corpse for what? Obvious reasons. All the routines are going off. The coat is just like, nope, keep that coat on. It's only a little bit. Yeah, it's appreciated. Like, and thank you much for the follow. Like, all of this is so appreciated and means a lot for the support. And thanks for the brick. Paragon, thanks for the raid. You can absolutely keep going on the raid. Love train. Saw you on Cincinnati online at the same time. Like, instant decision. Nice. Did some progress. Colors and shades. Nero, thanks for following. And for the check-ins.
Violence is never the answer.
It's the solution.
They feared it.
Thanks for the follow.
They use this incident as an excuse.
I don't know why I'm still... Silver or Shadow is being crucified in future thing. But yeah, this is my first Sonic game ever, and I decided to go with the brilliant decision to play 06. I'm glad you enjoyed them, Crab, but it is 100% always love it when people enjoy these things.
Violence is never the answer.
It's the solution.
And Big Shadow and Miss Fliz look support each other. I think that's just the default considering they're the same person. This is a game where I get tilted. Oh, you had that too? Because I just had an issue with the hovercraft section earlier on the Kingdom Valley stage. We'll have 40 alternative accounts. Okay, I don't know what that is, but that's cool as hell. We're gonna fun. Sleep issues again, woke up sore. It's okay. We just got raided, so gonna go on for a little bit more.
Foolishness. Very well. Let's see.
Because this just showed. Holy shit, that's a lot of dudes. Sleep. Yeah, welcome, Brett. No, the alternative accounts. When I'm saying that this is my first Sonic game, my exposure to Sonic has been some friends playing Frontiers, some friends playing Generations, friends playing Adventure. That's it. I have been for my entire life a dead set Nintendo nerd. My first console was an NES and a 64. By the time we got a console that could run a Sonic game, it was no longer a game that it was the GameCube where the only things I was seeing was it's not a good system. Don't bother with not a good system. It was there's not many good Sonic games on it, so don't bother. They'll send you a fan tub so you can enjoy laughing, understand the Eggman copy pasta origins. So many people have come into chat and have been saying them. This will send you the meme. Take them on trust. I seem to be doing a good job. I feel like... Oh, that's the easier way to do them. God, these are like the rats in... These are like the rats in in Twilight Princess Discord. Pissing on the moon! Okay, now I can no longer dismiss the ads. Somehow able to beat up his own shadow, because why not? Come on, lock onto him. I think I just wait for them to... Oh! Right, I get it, I stunned him. Going to kill you, then kill you again. I think from just the sheer amount of interest I've shown in Sonic stuff past couple, like, months, I've been getting more... Oh, wow, you can just shred him! Shadow using his shadow to beat up his shadow minions to defeat the shadow. Makes sense. I was talking to you earlier about how I think that this is a good game to start with on account of how it really brings you up to speed with how weird it can get. Oh, sweet, I love this guy. Like, if you can accept that all this stuff happens and makes sense, you can deal with anything. Look, I have wheat. The best part is all this just sounds correct. Hey kids, if smoking up weed, you can be as cool as me, Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh god. Vanda. Oh! Hey, now what? So what are you using to beat up your Shadow's shadow now? an M18 GAW adventure. You know, this was made by a washing machine company. Imagine if that was canon. Just like, yeah, Eggman also makes... Shit, is Eggman the world's equivalent of General Electric, where it's like, yeah, he tries to conquer the world, but he also makes, like, most of the world's consumer goods? Like, the way he's able to fund so many egg carriers and bases and robots is because he just makes so many... Like, he just makes a mean washing machine. Like, yeah, it's funding a massive evil scientist, but there's no ethical consumption under capitalism, and you may as well just have clean clothes. Hey, it's fun. It's very violent. Yes, I remember the I call dibs. Well, 32-minute. Dang. It's basically Texas Instruments or Mitsubishi or General Electric or take a pick. I think I have the. It's a bit more expensive because it's running off of the. Oh no, it's still 500.
I call this.
I saw that one scrolling TikTok randomly. I'm like, oh, I have to add that as a sound redeem. I am actively programming a new function on my bot to make it so it can play audio files, and I don't even know if that worked because I had my entire audio setup crash earlier, so that you might have not even heard that. But it's just too good. Ah, dang it. Well, ad break, which is good because I ran out of waters like several minutes ago. I'll be back in a bit. I desperately need to date.
Time for you to drop by. You know, they're just setting up to shoot a scene of our new star, and I'd love to introduce you before they begin. Honestly, we're all just bursting with excitement about this brilliant new performer. We think this one will not only win every award hands down, but it's just going to win the hearts of people all over the country. Come on, I want you to meet a great new star.
Staying at almost done. All right. Yeah, I absolutely hate the ad schedule that That was, oh, mitosis. Let me grab that. Makes another bread. There. And also because I usually have one on the shoulder of this model just because I like it. But I was messing with it a bit earlier because I needed some reference pics. So I forgot to put it. I didn't notice that it wasn't there. The absolute record on stream is 20? 20? Or like 18? I know that people have banded together to get enough breads on screen that my VTube studio ran out of model layer. You like go 20k points in one day and use them all on mitosis. Yeah, I had to add in a cooldown because it was like, all right, you guys are dedicated to spamming this. But like, it would be a bit fun to make it a challenge, to require not only coordination, but also memory, if you can remember to do this after 5 minutes. Let's crash the studio. Yeah, I invite you to try. That is assuming you can resist the idea of putting an image on a random brick that's thrown in my face.
It appears Mephiles is no longer here. I will assist in pursuing him.
Does this mean Omega is... Huh, I guess the oldest character in Sonic canon's Omega, like 200 plus years. And we know what to do. Oh god, you guys just got here and you are conspiring. I love this. Man. Eggman knows how to build them. Oh. Wait. This is great. We could have infinite Omegas. We just have to keep on going with so many more. Ex-politician conspiracy is only wrong. I hate how correct that is. That is just 100% how it is. Mega count how many grains of sand there are. Why would you tell them to do that? We're going to be here forever. Alright, but fortunately for the sake of my voice and the fact that of a weird work week because of the holiday in the middle of it, gotta probably rate out now. But thank you all so much for coming, and thank you so much for the raids. It's so appreciated. I had so much fun tonight. I just keep going back and get right. Although, do they need more than one Omega to overthrow a government? It seems like you just need a hedgehog and that'll do it. In fact, Omega once had a crush on Blaze and Comics because he burns things. I love that. I love the violence inherent in the system. The crush. Works, then you won. See the railgun? Yes, the handful of magic crystals with the acceleration spell, and then just line a pipe, put something in, and yeet. I love the nonsense that you can do for D&D. Yeah, we're going to raid out to Whisper VTuber, a friend of mine. They're playing Pikmin 2, and honestly, it's a vibe. And there's also some fun things that you can spam there. See you around. But yeah, I'll be live next Tuesday, and I don't know what I'll be playing. Should probably finish Red Dead Undead Nightmare at some point, and also there's still Twilight Princess on the Wii that we're playing, but it's fun time. And again, thank you so much for all the support and hanging out. I had a great time and hope you have a good night. See ya.